Okay, where were we in this? I didn't play on Friday because I was feeling like shit. We're in the middle of a trial, aren't we? Yes. Okay, I remember, yeah. Komachi. There's suspicious things at the river because some spirits were leaving that, shouldn't have been. And Komachi should have, seen them leave, question mark. So... I'll review my evidence real quick. Yep. Oh, right, I'm playing as Tenchi. Window dolls. Gamble if Komachi gets punished more than anyone who did a crime. I don't know how I'll determine this, but you know what? Sure. Will she get punished severely? Let's do that, because like every character gets punished, but most characters don't get punished severely. They get like let's add a 5 minute. You know, let's go 10 minutes on this one. How about that? It's gonna be more than 10 minutes till I get through the trial, surely. So, yep, that's the folder missing. This game predicted Aika. Everything down. I was hard at work, so obviously I was over in Higan like everyone else. Yep, Komachi will never be hard at work. Because that, there's no way I could have witnessed anything to do with the kidnapping, of course. I like how she just has the scythe and then just puts it away. And those fairs, they just lost them somewhere. Like I was saying earlier, how convenient. You're wasting your time listening to me, really. What did they do with the fairs? Fair money. Oh, what a surprise. A chatterbox like you suddenly doesn't feel like chatting. I only like to talk about stuff I want to talk about. I'm very self-centered. Just doing things the way you... just doing the things you... Just doing the... I can't speak. Just doing things the way you like, with nobody to get in your way. That kind of free time when I'm not being held down by anybody is what's most precious to me. I understand perfectly. Each moment is like a treasure. Oh yeah, leisure is what makes people and yokai more than beasts. It'd be wrong for us not to enjoy it. Oh yeah, the two lazy characters. Big names from back in the day would say stuff like that. What are you talking about? Our ancestors were truly wise, weren't they? Why don't you loafers try doing some work first? You're one to talk, Tenchi! Defense, please begin your cross-examination post-haste, that we may nip this beautiful friendship in the bud. You don't need to ask, I'll bring them in line. They have to prove she was slacking somehow. And can you prove that? Dude, I'm playing as Tenchi, and there's no 11s out of town, so he's not here to be the Tenchi simp. Unbelievable. Might be a bit tough. I don't really meet with the other Shinigami much while I'm on the clock. There's no way we can know for sure if you were truly in Higan, is there? I guess not, but I'm testifying, so even if I can't prove it, you gotta take my word for it, right? Okay. You don't call me a liar, you're the one who's gotta show some proof. You impudent little weasel. You truly never saw anything at all. You kidding me? How am I supposed to see anything if I wasn't there to see it? It's certainly true that I have got two eyes, with which to behold all that goes on before me. However, it also means that what isn't reflected in those eyes goes unseen by yours truly. Why are you waxing poetic? That's just how life is. We really need a poem to explain this. Those fairs just lost them somewhere, yeah. Mata! You use your fairs often. Well, whenever I get in a fight, I throw them at people, as Danmaku. I guess you could say I lose them pretty often. The fairs, that is. Some expensive Danmaku. I cannot say I approve of such wastefulness. Nah, but don't you think it's cool? Throwing money like a weapon? It's a comeback, but I can't argue with that. It's fine to simply leave some things be, Lady Hin and I. There's no need to overdo it. Right. Quite blunt. I just don't want us to waste each other's time, you know. Speak for yourself. I'm gonna be bored anyway. This is as good a way to kill time as any. You're always so bored. How about you try dying? You might have more to do in your next life. I wouldn't particularly mind. That'll only happen if a big, strong Shinigami comes to take me away. You're all so pathetic. I couldn't even die even if I wanted to. Oh, is that a challenge? I'm game. Let's kill each other. Please do so once this is over. Resume the cross-examination. Things are starting to get interesting. One worry comes to mind. What? Even if we show Miss Onizuka was behind schedule, is it certain she knows anything about the crime? Well, I can't guarantee that. If she truly denied anything to do with this incident, I feel a bit sorry for hounding her like this. Still, she shouldn't have been slacky to begin with, right? Yes, that is true. Oh, this whole questioning proves entirely pointless. I'm the one who'll be sorry. Okay, so my obvious go-to is to do something like this. Oh! I actually got one right for once! That's unbelievable. First try of that. You can dream about the way you wish things could have been all day if you like, but that won't make it reality. Isn't it about time you wake up and face the music? Damn. I've been awake this whole time, and I don't turn my eyes away from reality either. Why are they just both waxing poetic? Then you are saying this doll is a shared dream of ours? That's... You told this to me yourself. You picked up this doll yesterday morning. At exactly the time of the incident, didn't you say? Now explain yourself. How could that have happened if you were working properly? No, seriously. Keep saying dumb stuff. I was on the other side then, so I picked this up and gone. That's all there is to it. Have you forgotten something important? Important? Unlike you Shinigami, living beings like us can't cross the Sanzu River. Not the Sans River. And yet you say you picked up this doll and had gone? That can't be. Unless Alice has been dead this whole time. Seems like all this talk of being the guy was a lie. No, you've got it all wrong. However, it would have been impossible for Alice to lose this doll and had gone. Sure. But I'm not the only Shinigami to go to and from both sides of the Sanzu. I definitely picked up this doll and had gone. Must be some other Shinigami brought over and dumped it there. You're just making excuses. But if you can't deny that possibility, then you can't say that's not what really happened. Does sound very unlikely. It certainly isn't impossible. How you look at this has to just be the flimsiest excuse I've ever heard. I mean, there's a reality I could believe it was picked up there. But then who could have brought it there? Like Komachi, probably Eiki, I'd assume. But they would be Eiki. Komachi, obviously. I mean, Yuyuko was mentioned earlier, like, at least by us. Then you need only smash it to bits. At least, I would hope Miss Onizuka's desperate flailing will not suffice to fend you off, Lady Hinenai. And thus here I am in all of my glory. Splendor or glory? What'd she say? She said glory. Right, well said, Iku. How about it, defense? Will you admit Komachi's claim? You must be kidding. Who would ever accept such a pathetic excuse? But if you can't deny it... Who says I can't? There's no way. Proving this, where this doll picked up is the key to proving where that Shinigami was. Your claim, I just need to show it's impossible that doll to have been a Higan. Now, if I can do so, I can do both in one swoop with evidence that Yama personally certified, no less. The stones? No, it's not. I think, what did the... I know I did say. What did she... It wouldn't be Eiki's letter. What classifies as evidence from... certified from Eiki? Give a letter because Komachu's one who gave it to us. I know we talked to Eiki for a little bit. Maybe the lack of souls. I don't think so. Is it this? I'm a genius, aren't I? I love this theme so much. What is the answer? Gotta be one of these things here. I already tried the stones. It's gotta be one of these. Not that one. Sorry, I'm on a good track record right now. Oh my gosh, I literally got all the possible wrong answers I could have, didn't I? What? What's the answer? Not you, it's not you, it's not you, it's not you, it's not you. What? Doll have not been brought to Higan by another Shinigami. I mean, let's just throw everything at the window right now. I have no clue what this... I mean, it can't be the doll itself. I can't fucking believe it. Because there's the spirit inside of it, right? Oh, I'm the smartest person alive. The answer was in the doll itself. What the heck are you talking about? Yo, watch your mouth. There's one major problem with this doll. It is proof this was never on the Higan side of the river. Well, that's interesting. Let's hear it then. What's so special about this doll? You remember, Yama. A lost soul is hiding within this doll. Yeah, that's true. I remember it well. And the goal of all souls is to cross the Sanzu River. That is what you said, wasn't it? That's correct, yes. If that doll had crossed over the river at any point, why did the soul not leave the doll to stay in Higan? What? If that soul possessed this doll in order to sneak into Higan, it would have abandoned its vessel when it got there. In other words, this doll was never in Higan. Oh no! Wait a minute! The soul could have hitched a ride after I picked up the doll! If that were the case, it'd be no gross negligence on your part to overlook a potential stowaway like this. That's so heartless. How about it? Will you come clean? Or will you make up some new excuse to play with me? Why not? Let's go another round, princess. So you intend to go on making excuses. Excuses makes it sound so awful. This year's gonna be a proper rebuttal. I'll be the judge of that. Sure, I don't mind one bit. True, I might have found the doll on the living side, I'll admit that. I did tell you it was a bit before 9 when I found it, but who knows if that matches up with the moment of the crime exactly. When Shinigami crossed back to Shigan and found out souls were missing, it was just before 9. If I picked this little gal up back then, there ain't anything else to say about it, am I right? I'm gonna testify, it sounds like she's spoiling for a fight. Perhaps because she's feeling cornered. Now, Komachi, prepare for cross-examination. Are you asking me? Because I, for one, am already entirely prepared to crush all your claims. Give me some slack already. This is just going from bad to worse. What do you got for me? Pressing all over him. Why did you say that from the beginning? Because I didn't want to be made up be some slacker like you're doing now. Perhaps you should correct your usual behavior. Come on now, don't be so stern. So you still want to admit you were shirking work then? Of course not, because I wasn't slacking. You mean I'm slacking? You know, I'm evolved form of Vigoroth? I did tell you it was a bit before 9 when I found it, but who knows if that matches. Yeah. But didn't the incident happen a bit before 9 too? Oh, 9-2, the sequel? Words are funny like that, especially words like a bit. For you, 1 hour might be too much for a bit of time, but it might be just a bit for me. Did I say rest for a bit? 1 hour is clearly not what I meant. Oh, well, compared to the length of my shifts, 1 hour is not a bit. Yes. But then, I'm sure not even you would say it's a bit before 9 at 8 o'clock. Is that the truth? If you doubt me, you can just check the timetable. As she says, following the schedule would put her on the living shore shortly before 9 o'clock. Are we tension this trial? The plot of this trial and the previous trial. Well, actually, the previous trial, which is just the predecessor to this trial, or the previous, whatever. This trial followed up the last one. Aya was busy. She had a different trial. There was a trial from the previous game that is like supposedly going on during this one. So they needed a secondary attorney, and Ikki called on Tenchi for it. So now we got Tenchi and Iku. It was almost 9 when you picked up this doll. That sounds about right. That's true, there are no more contradictions. Prostituter, it's Mei Ling. I believe your testimony is the whole truth. Well, that's a 1,000 Rio question, isn't it? I hope I said that right. Hardcore evidence is everything. If you want to say Komachi's lying, you'll need evidence to back it up. You stand there, but I don't have anything to strike back with here. Perhaps you should try to draw out more details. Should ask. Can you give us more, can you tell us more about where you found that doll? It was on the bank of the Sanzu. No, I know that. Can't you tell us anything more specific? I getcha, but there ain't much to look at over there. Ah, no. Guess there was one thing. Then add it to your testimony. Roger. Stone Tower, although it had been knocked over by them. This got rebuilt. It could be that she gives me the evidence that I can, or the question that I have evidence for. How convenient, a stone tower. Sometimes the souls of little kids stacked stones on the river beach. And sure enough, somebody was making a tower over there yesterday morning. But think of it, the honest says much about the kid she was preaching to today. But it looked like at some point it got knocked over. The doll was lying near the remains. We do not know why it collapsed. That's right. Let's have it Oz away. Like important testimony. Further slippery excuses. This could be work. Someone is in a class of her own. You turn that effort into something constructive. You might have to draw others' ire so often. I suppose all earthly beings are flawed in their own way. I think the word ironic has never been more fitting. Maybe so. Well, being ironic suits me just fine. However, the greatest irony here lies in your own lines, Lady Yin and I. I might feel like I'm being mocked. Oops, I went too much. I'm just gonna assume it's the stone tower into this. It makes no sense. Sure does. Okay. Aha! You've finally given yourself away. I did what now? Yama? Beat her to death. You remember the stone stack we talked about, don't you? About when that child piled up that stone tower, and when it was destroyed? Yes, it was while no Shinigami. Ah? Exactly. The kid stacked up stones while no Shinigami were around, and someone knocked them over before any Shinigami returned. In other words, had you been following... Ooh, aggressive theme. Had you been following your schedule, you wouldn't have seen any stone stack. What? On the day of the incident, you saw a stack of stone, and that would mean that at the time of the crime, you were at the scene. Well, wait up! I just saw the remains of a stone tower. There are uncountable stones scattered on the riverbank. How could you have known if any one bunch of rocks had once been a tower? Yan! It seems you have much to explain, Komachi. How'd you witness any stone stacking if you were working properly? It's cause, enough! Slug like you is just sickening to look at. When'd you lose all your guts? Just confess already, you lazy bastard. Oh shit, did you get aggressive? I'm sorry! Okay. Oh, that was... You were on the Shigan side at the time of the crime, weren't you? Yeah, I was. But would she have kidnapped... Like, would she have stolen the dolls? Then did you witness anything about the kidnapping? It's... How do I put it? I watched it happen. What? I saw the whole thing, beginning to end. I saw it all. Are you serious? She didn't say it was Alice? Order, Komachi! Do you mean to say you've been hiding the truth this whole time? Is she gonna say it was... Is she gonna blame it on Alice still? And then we're gonna have to prove it was, like, her? Or is she gonna blame someone else entirely? I'm sorry! I didn't want anybody to find out how bad I messed up. Lady Aki, After the incident, you were so high-strung. I didn't know how to even get started talking about it. So I figured if I could just sort everything out myself, that way you'd never have to know. I can't believe this. However, if you caught the culprit in the act, should you not have apprehended them then and there? It's because it hit me that if I did, I'd have to explain how I've been slacking all morning. All of a sudden, I have no idea how to handle it. Is it her? And she's just trying to cover her own ass? Like she's like lying to cover her own ass? Or is she telling the truth? Honestly, what will you do with you? I'm sorry. Anyway, if you saw the whole thing, then you know who the culprit is, don't you? Yeah, of course. I saw him. The culprit. Fuck, who is she about to say? I'm kind of expecting Alice, but like I'm half expecting just anyone randomly. Who in blazes was it? When I saw Medicine Melancholy. That doll. So, I mean, that makes sense as to why she stole. Did she want to get the dolls to have the souls in them? Because, that makes sense. That can't be! When the true culprit's name was spoken all of a sudden, a ripple went through the gallery. A commotion couldn't be stilled. A recess was declared, and we all stepped out of court. Medicine Melancholy. Fonty is to believe she is the prey I must hunt down. I believe it's her. I was really kind of expecting Alice. I'm glad it wasn't that. I love this spray. It's such a good spray. Everyone believed it was a losing gamble, but you pried a path open in the end. Just as I thought, you truly have the devil's own luck, Lady tonight. Well, people don't call me the delinquent celestial for nothing. I'm so sorry. Really, I don't know what to say. If I'd done the right thing to begin with, Alice wouldn't have had to go through this. It's fine. Later or not, you told the truth in the end. That much is enough. Thanks to that, there's hope for us where there wasn't before. You're way too kind. It's pretty much my fault that you've been locked up. I can't wait for Aki to like not care about medicine and just beat Komachi's ass. I'm sorry, rear. What are you saying? Aren't you the sole witness? Because of you, a suspect other than me was found. I'm more grateful than anything. Alice. However, is the incident not resolved now? With Miss Onizuka's testimony? Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be that simple. Why? You should know. You lied again and again in court. And you add your reputation on top of it, and your credibility as a witness is basically non-existent now. No way! On top of it, you have a convicting motive for perjury. Whatever do you mean? Now that it's been proven she was shirking her work, that Shinigami has been backed into a corner. So, in a desperate attempt to save face, she's pretending to have been a witness after all, to be helpful. She just said a believable name that came to her head. Were I in charge of the prosecution, that's the sort of smears I'd turn to fend this off. As you'd expect, it sounds quite convincing when a former prosecutor says it. Oh no! And it's really my fault that Alice... Sadly, in all honesty, what you've been doing has only helped to corner Alice. If you're the only witness, your testimony can't be trusted at all now. Painful, isn't it? Ooh. Don't worry, Komachi. I know you're telling the truth. After all, I know for a fact that I am not the culprit. That won't mean anything to them. And if, as Tenchi were saying, you were only telling more lies to try to cover for yourself, you'd have accused me before anyone else. Even though I was at an overwhelming disadvantage, you didn't attempt to save yourself by turning on me. And that alone is enough to make me believe in you. True enough, it's as Else says. If all you wanted was to save face, you'd name the obvious culprit. You're gonna accuse someone whose name hasn't even come up once today. Seems you're much better suited to being a defense attorney than I am, Alice. You give me too much credit. All I'm doing is looking for the silver lining. Alice, I'm really sorry. For the time being, seeing as you're the only witness, please tell me everything you know in full. I don't think this recess is going to last much longer. Gotcha. So at that time, I'd skipped a crossing and was just strolling down the shoreline. Noticed a kid's soul stacking stones on the beach, but I figured I'd just leave it be. How'd you do that? Well, it doesn't bother anyone, does it? Piling up rocks makes them feel better, I say let them. Anyway, I kept wandering on after that. That was when I saw that medicine doll. I thought I'd call out to her, but when I got close enough, I was shocked silent. She had her arms full of dolls, and she was going around luring souls into them. After a little bit, Medicine noticed I was watching her, and she took off running in a panic. I should have gone after her, but if you did bring her in, you have to explain why you were on the wrong shore to begin with. Once I started thinking about that, I just froze up. When I got a grip, there wasn't any sign of her left. I couldn't bring myself to tell the others and Lady Aki that I watched somebody carry off a bunch of souls and let him get away. So I just walked around in a daze. Ended up back where I saw that stone sack a while ago, but the tower wasn't there anymore. Apparently something broke it in the meantime. There was a doll there now. And this is one of Miss Alice's dolls, without a doubt. I'm curious. What is it? Komachi, all this happened before 9 o'clock? Before all the other Shinigami came back, yeah. It was certainly at the stroke of 9 that I made it to the Sanzu River that day. Eh? And that doll? Could not have been dropped there by me. Furthermore, this doll's in blue clothes. Come to think of it, all the dolls in blue were stolen, weren't they? The one who dropped this doll was the culprit? They would have had to have been the one who stole my dolls, at least. You're certain it was at 9 you arrived at the scene? There's no doubt about it. When I arrived at the Sanzu, the Shinigami had already begun their investigation. The air was thick with tension. When I heard that souls had disappeared, I realized what my dolls might have been used to do, so I fled the scene at once. And you weren't there very long at all. Correct. On my way back, I bumped into Patchouli, as you well know. According to Miss Patchouli's account, this took place just after 9 o'clock. At the same time, the demon doll was attacked in the force of magic. Taking all into account, my visit to the Sanzu River was definitely at 9. Can't prove any of this. That is the sore point. Alright, I got it. I'm gonna find you some proof, whatever it takes. Eh? Whatever do you mean? I made a lot of trouble for Alice and everyone else. But even then, Alice won't blame me for it. The way I see it, staying around here crying about how sorry I ain't gonna do any good. I want to make it up to you make it up to you all any way I can. That's why I'm gonna find you some evidence for sure. The trial's gonna resume any second now. I know that. I know I'm just gonna get worked up on my own. I know it might not turn out the way I want. But I want to at least do something. Yes, Komachi. You can do as you like. I'll be settling accounts with that demon doll in court presently. And so, if you feel like you still owe debts of your own, settle them in your own way. Thanks. I'm gonna do just that. She's gonna run in at some point in the middle of the trial. Now then, it's almost time. Ah yes, so it is. The battle ends today, one way or the other. Please win, Tenchi. I have faith in you. There's no need to worry. As long as you believe in me, I won't be defeated. Right. We're gonna get backed into a corner at some point. Komachi's gonna save us. What's up? Prosecution, have all your arrangements been made? We're ready, but the witness is a lot more, venomous than she was yesterday. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. Whew, seems today will be stormy from the outset. The witness may now enter the courtroom. She's back. Well then, witness, your name and occupation. Yes, and melancholy. I'm a doll. Also not an occupation. Now, witness, do you understand why you've been called here? Oh yes, it seems someone has been slandering me. Well, no one will tell me anything else, so I have no idea what sort of scum would do such a thing. Have you not been keeping up with today's trial? No, after going through some police questioning at the vampire mansion this morning, I've been resting in my field of lilies of the valley. I'd hoped to nap peacefully with Miss Lily all day. We want to confirm whether you are the culprit or not, right here, right now. Will you cooperate with us so you can clear your name? Gladly. This shouldn't take very long anyway. I can see only makes you more repulsive. For now, let's hear your testimony. I hope you're prepared, Miss Attorney. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yesterday I was in the Forest of Magic all morning. It's quiet there, and perfect for a peaceful stroll. Then suddenly I was attacked by Alice's dolls, and so I never once approached the Sansa River. Is this what you claim? Yes, I do not have any relation to your incident, and I will stand firmly by this. Then it is time for the defense's cross-examination. I have to tie that snake to this incident bit by bit. Fighting medicine yesterday, fighting medicine today. It's all meant to be. Mata! And when in the morning did you get there? Well, I may not remember the time I arrived exactly, but I know I was in the forest until 9 o'clock. How convenient. What were you doing there? I was just on a walk. I'm free to stroll where I please, aren't I? You visited no other locations yesterday morning. I did not. For what I ask, I don't think she'll back down that pretense of hers. That miasma-choked hellhole doesn't feel like the nicest place for a walk. I'm a doll, not a living being. Poison and miasma are of no concern to me. And for that reason, the Forest Magic, which most creatures avoid, is a refreshingly peaceful place for me. Is that truly the only reason? What do you mean? You talked about doll liberation yesterday, right? Forest of Magic's home to Alice the Puppeteer. I don't believe you were unaware of that when you went there. Well, I might be conscious of it, but that's all. There's no special purpose to me being in that forest. I'm gonna be unrelated to this case. What do say? Mata! You mean to say you were in the forest until you were attacked at 9 o'clock? Well, that's how it was. You call yourself an activist, and yet you seem to have plenty of free time on your hands. But you see, not even I can think about doll liberation every hour of every day. Strolls are my way of relaxing. And while relaxing, you were suddenly attacked by dolls. That's how it was. Not even a hint of an opening. There's a witness who says they saw you there. And? No. That means there is a contradiction between that testimony and yours. Contradiction or not, what I'm saying is the truth. To begin with, is that witness you speak of someone who can be trusted? It's a bit hard to believe. After all, that witness just kept giving false testimony again and again. So it happened. Well, that little snake over there was lying the whole time in the trial from yesterday. Certainly, I feel that both these testimonies are lacking in terms of credibility at this point. What was that? What does yesterday have to do with today? Nothing, for now. You're the one who brought up who we should trust. If you want to start finding fault with others' credibility, of course we'll do the same to you. Those living in glass houses shouldn't be casting stones, haven't you heard? I feel this is something the young heiress should try to take to heart herself. Oh my, seems you're dead set on suspecting me. Then let me ask you a question of my own. Why would I go all the way to the Sansa River to steal souls? In other words, she wants to discuss motives. However, Alice has no motive either. Wrong. The defendant has a clear and proper motive. Oh, what that be? The defendant has been doing research on creating living, self-aware dolls for a long time now, and she might have thought putting souls into dolls could make that possible. That explains all her actions, don't you agree? I see. Yep, she broke into her own house. I don't like this. Yeah, I was being persuaded. If that's the case, that's where I want to prove a motive of my own. Yeah, the doll thing. Alice isn't the only one here with a motive. You too had an excellent motive as well. I understand you want to act strong here, but don't get carried away. For now, Alice, here's the defense. What motive might the witness have had? I mean, Alice's downfall or self-aware dolls kind of work. It was to create self-aware dolls. Whoa, wait a minute. That's the defendant's motive. So what? Isn't there a rule? Is there a rule that says two people can't have the same motive in court? There's no such rule, however. Maybe you like, but... Why the shock? That dummy has made doll liberation her whole reason for being. But wouldn't that require other dolls who can move and think on their own? Would that be a reason for her to try placing souls within dolls? That doesn't make any sense. I was attacked by those dolls in the forced magic that morning. Why would dolls I liberated attack me? It was never the dolls intend to attack you. It was that of the souls using them as vessels. To begin with, there are no dolls with the intent to harm, or do anything besides you. I was in the force of magic when I was assaulted. Those souls were kidnapped at the Sanzu River. The whole aim of souls who enter dolls is to be picked up by Shinigami and ferried to Higan clandestinely. But you decided to drag them out to Gensokyo, and that was why these souls resisted you. As we've established, when you came back to Gensokyo from the Sanzu River, you have no choice but to pass through the forest of magic. And so you entered the forest in order to release the new living dolls you created to Gensokyo. But the souls, eager to find the way to Higan, turned on you then and there. Congratulations, Medicine. No one can deny you have the qualification to join us as a suspect. We wholeheartedly welcome you. No, thank you. Did you all forget? I'm a victim. Everybody should be feeling sorry for me. Why do I have to be suspected? We proved frickin' House was not the one who attacked you. To begin with, there's no proof at all that I ever went to the Sanzu River. But we have a witness. Who can't be trusted. Yeah, there's no honor among slackers. Besides, there's another big problem you overlooked. How convenient is this? What a big problem. I may be a doll myself, that doesn't make me capable of making more dolls on my own. Wow, this is... Oh, what the answer this one is. Those dolls that were possessed by the lost souls. How in the world did I prepare them? You just literally gave me the easiest, just like, slam dunk. If anything, the defendant's the only one who could have prepared something like that. My, is that all? This isn't even close to being a problem. It's not even worth pondering. I must assume you can present an answer. I don't believe you could possibly have forgotten already. On the morning of the incident, dolls were stolen from Alice's house. They're suggesting that the witness took dolls from the defendant's home to commit this crime? That is the only possible explanation. Whoops! That won't do, Miss Attorney! And why do you say that? Because there isn't any proof of that either. That is, proof that I stole dolls from Alice's house. Aren't you just making me out to be a criminal because of a wild guess? Really accusing a witness without proof is not something I will allow. Medicine, let me turn those words to you. That won't do it at all. What? You already trapped yourself back in yesterday's trial. Even now, you still don't seem to realize it. Yesterday's trial? Surely you must remember as the prosecutor in charge. In her last testimony, the dummy told us something about Alice's pajamas. What the hell does that have to do with it? Yo, watch yourself, Medicine. Okay? Mei Ling was willing to say heck, but you should be careful. Oh, there, girl. The problem is, how did you know about these pajamas? It was only immediately after her dolls were stolen that Alice stepped outside in that outfit. If you saw Alice like that, it can only mean that you were at the scene when the burglary took place. Alice! So you were right there at the time of the crime. Isn't that reason enough to be suspicious? After all, Alice was placed at the defense dock today for the very same reason. Yesterday morning, you broke into Alice's house and took her. Dude, I love Tenchi being aggressive, because I is never this aggressive. Like, I can get aggressive, but she's never as, like, cocky aggressive, like this. She's never this. And then Alice attempted to chase you after you fled. At that time, you saw Alice in pajamas from afar. And that is how your misunderstanding that Alice was wearing red clothes that day came to be. They're gonna argue against me, and I'm gonna have to do, like, a last thing to like, counteract that. And that's either gonna be getting saved by Komachi or something else entirely. Witness, regarding the defense's claims, it's all garbage! I just happened to be near Alice's house by chance. I never stole any dolls. You should have seen them, then. The one who really stole those dolls. I didn't see anything. I must have been on the opposite side from the doll room. Well, that's so strange. If that was the case, how'd you see Alice go after the thief? You were even able to describe her pajamas. That's... At this point, I believe we'll resolve this faster through further testimony. Is that acceptable, witness? I understand. There's no escape. I'll bring you down straight away. Even if dolls were stolen from Alice's house, I don't know anything about it. You can't seriously mean to say that I must be the thief solely because I happen to be near the scene. There's no way to know for certain if any dolls were ever stolen to begin with. I was really just nearby by chance, that's all. Okay, she just said the same thing twice. Well, there's no denying this could have been a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong Timmy. And there's no proof the witness stole anything in the first place. It appears this will not go as smoothly as we hoped. True, but she's undoubtedly being backed into a corner. Yes, you need to only stand firm a little longer. Then your cross-examination offense. Just a little bit more. I'll catch you for sure. Yeah. But you had a motive, and you were at the scene. That alone doesn't make me a thief, does it? But aren't you all accusing Alice only because she went to the Sanzu River? In the defendant's case, we have evidence of the souls found in her own dolls as well. If you want to doubt the witness, then I'll have to ask you to show some convincing evidence yourself. No. Also, every single time it's evidence this, evidence that. Still makes it a possibility. But a trial isn't about aimlessly discussing possibilities, is it? Excuse me. Sneaky little rat. Just saying, merely going on about what might have been possible will lead to endless squabbles. We must present some sort of grounds defense. That's what she says. Window was smashed open, wasn't it? That's obvious proof that someone broke in. That doesn't mean that dolls were stolen. The broken window was that of the doll room. It's only logical to think that dolls were the burglar's target. Well, even if that were really the case, there's no evidence to prove it. keep at this. I'll just be asked to present evidence I don't have. I should try another approach instead. You were near Alice's house when the dolls were stolen, so you must have heard that window break, right? Eh? I suppose I did, of course. When hearing something like that, normally you'd get curious and draw close. Or rather, you might get scared and run away. However, if you consider all the facts, you'll find it much more likely that she approached. She would not have seen what Alice was wearing at the time otherwise. That's it. I became concerned when I heard that noise, so I went to have a look. Is there a problem with that? There's still one problem. It's that you should have also seen the burglar escaping, as I pointed out earlier. Not much time could have elapsed between the thief's flight and Alice leaping out of the house. So you should have definitely seen them. The actual culprit. A witness? Did you or did you not see the culprit? I know who it must have been. That thief you keep talking about. Then say as much in your testimony. I'll do it whether you want me to or not. That witch. Oh, he. Always, Marissa. Mata! Then why don't you testify to that from the beginning? I didn't actually see her stealing anything. I gotta know for certain if she was the culprit. I've learned that accusing someone thoughtlessly is terribly wrong. I see. I understand very well how you feel, witness. Thank you so much! Oh my gosh, Aki, go make out in the other room. Feeling rather pale all of a sudden, Mei Ling. Oh, I can imagine why. Keep this excess money real quick. By chance, you say? It may not be possible to prove it was just a coincidence, but you can't deny it could have been, can you? Well, true enough. I don't intend to object to that. Then why don't you just give up? It's up to me to decide if I give up or not. I don't take orders from you, or anyone. Good grief. Can't you see this is pointless? Our situation is quite dire. She did a surprisingly good job covering her tracks. In which case, the best approach is to draw out testimony that could create an opening. I had evidence that it couldn't have been Marissa. I don't remember what, exactly it was. Can I just present that it is Marissa? I can't. Ha! I have terrible news for you. What now? Marissa could not have been out and about stealing dolls that morning, because she was sadly sleeping in the Hakurei Shrine. That can't be! Order! Are you certain of this defense? If you doubt me, fetch Reimu from your office. Or ask our fine prosecutor right there. It's true. I heard that's the same thing from Reimu. Which means you were lying to all of our faces just now. If you did so because the culprit was you. Yeah. If I say something, you just keep spewing whatever garbage you want. You stole the dolls and used them to carry away kidnapped souls. That's the whole truth. It's true that the witness was lying to us, but that doesn't necessarily mean she was the soul snatcher. There's still no proof at all that the witness ever went to the Sanzu River. Sure, we couldn't find any traces of her on the bank of the Sanzu River. However, there's evidence to show that the thief was who stole Alice's doll was there. How the hell? Is it the stone, or is it just the lost doll? What is the significance of this doll? The doll Komachi picked up by the Sanzu River after the crime. If you take a close look, you'll see this doll wears a blue dress. That's obvious whether you take a close look or not. My point is, the morning of the incident, all the dolls wearing blue clothes were stolen from Alice's house. This doll could not be something Alice dropped there herself. This was left behind by the true culprit, the thief who took the dolls from her house. What? Your doll thief visited the Sanzu River that morning. And the only one who had an opportunity to steal these dolls was you, Medicine. They're gonna throw some contradiction in it. We're not gonna have an answer and the Komachi's gonna show up. Yo, this guitar go. Or you're making this all up. You can't prove a thing. Your claim that you saw Marissa fleeing Alice's house was a bald-faced lie. How on earth can you expect anyone to believe any of your excuses after that? But... That's enough. I'm being let's hear out the defense's case in full. You can't! You all know that celestial scum. You're gonna believe her and not me? It'd be best if you just shut up for now. Oh shit, Melee! Every time you open your mouth, you're standing in this court plummets. Yo, shit! Fucking Melee is brutal. What? Behave yourself and don't say anything you don't have to. I can't fight back properly because of you. Just have it your way. He's good at quashing tantrums. Now then, that is all the defense may speak. At present, the most likely suspect, as far as the theft of the dolls is concerned, is the witness. Yesterday morning, she stole blue-clad dolls from Alice's house after breaking in. Afterwards, she saw Alice chasing her from afar, but escaped by fleeing the forest. And then she left the Forest of Magic, arrived at the Sanzu River, where she dropped a single doll. Why would the witness leave a doll there? It might be she ran into some trouble. At least, she might not have done it intentionally. That trouble of yours, can you tell us what it was? I have a fairly good idea. Assuming Komachi. Okay, nope, never mind. One of the dolls at the river's shore. Is it just gonna be the stones? Yeah, okay. No, it's not! Oh, no, it is. That stack of stones? We've been told that this tower on the Sanzu River beach was stacked up at the time of the incident. However, just a short time after the kidnapping, it was found to have been knocked over. Since that doll was found where the stack used to stand, that must have been the culprit's doing. That certainly makes sense. Seems likely that at the time the culprit was walking around all over for souls, looking for all over for souls, and not at where she was going. Because of that, she ran right into that stone sack without noticing it. In that event, she would fall over and drop the dolls. She'd have to pick them up in a hurry, but in the end, she missed one, and it was left there. Must be how it all happened. I see. A bit later, after finding a clump of cooperative souls, Medicine coaxed them into dolls, and then fled the Sanzu River. Then when she re-entered the Forest of Magic, the souls within the dolls began to resist her. That is how Medicine came to be attacked by the dolls. The dolls having some become uncontrollable, you went and reported Alice to the police in hopes of pushing this whole mess on her. It's obvious you hate Alice just for being a puppeteer. That'd be good enough pretext for you, right? However, I do have one concern remaining. Say the souls turned against the witness because she took them away from the Sanzu River. Why did they not return to the Sanzu by themselves afterwards? Of course, the magic is quite large, so they may have simply lost their way. Might be those souls may have their mind to mutiny, because they are taken so deep in the forest. This all seems coherent for the time being. Now, what do you say to that, Medicine? And what would you have me say? I'm so sorry, it was me all along. Something like that. Why would I ever say such a thing? Isn't that what you'd be, isn't that what you called leading the witness? Stop being a sore loser. Confess your crimes already. Okay, what we got left? I'm sure you understand it now, too. You were never winning this trial. Have you got silent, Lady Hinai? Were you gonna save Miss Alice? There's nothing left. Eh? There's no evidence left. I don't have anything to corner her with. Oh my, you finally realized, haven't you, Miss Attorney? Everything you presented so far is just wild conjecture, cobbled together from the defendant's words and a bunch of circumstantial evidence. Well, that's what I call it, but... There's no real decisive proof to back any of it up. It's only speculation at the very end. You failed to prove this was the witness's crime. Gah! Komachi, you gotta back me up here, girl. Order. It's so sad, Miss Attorney. No, Miss Delinquent. But Detective Trash can never be of help to anyone. This is impossible for you to begin with. That means that this is the only natural outcome. Don't feel too beat up about it. Was that really how it had to be either way? I can't help Alice no matter what I do? Really just no good to anybody? There's no evidence to back it up. Debating this any further would be totally pointless. So can we let this witness leave now? I'd appreciate that. Standing like this for so long gets to be a bit tiring. Hey, Iku. Sounds like this believe in me stuff really doesn't suit me after all, huh? Hina and I never could be trusted with Alice's defense from the beginning. What's the matter, Lady Hina? Is something you ate for dinner disagreeing with you? What? Let me be clear. As you say, all this talk of making others believe in you does not become you. My, how disgusting. How dare you? However, I can think of a word that suits you even less. That is, resignation. Hey, Hina and I. It is true you have caused other people all sorts of grief up until now. And yet, whenever you are confronted, you always face your foes with a smile on your face and fire in your eyes, even though you were there, even though you were in the wrong. If they ever gained the upper hand on you, you twisted their arm and stood strong without ever giving up. But for me, stand up straight, Lady Hina and I. Wallowing in self-pity is the one thing I'll never allow from you. You can... No. Only you can save Alice. But how about you be talking... How can you be talking of giving up? Thank you. Look, Miss Shimaibu is watching. Can you imagine what she'll write about if your debut match ends in such a miserable defeat? Right. Yeah, that crisis, she still saved me. If I just give up here, everything we've done will be all be been for nothing. And the witness's questioning will now end. Ata! I'm not finished yet. Now, if there's no evidence, then what's the point of keeping this up? If there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? From who? The witness we have here, naturally. I have deduced what that dummy was doing at the time of the incident. If her account is what she actually was doing at the time, if her account of what she was actually doing at the time is to be your counter evidence, I demand to hear that testimony. Unfortunately, my questioning is already over. If the defense will insist, I can allow one last round of cross-examination. Oh, wait, what? While the evidence may be lacking, it would not be wrong to say there's ample reason to suspect you. I also feel it's necessary to re-examine everything again, from the beginning. That's not... Show some dignity. You're innocent, aren't you not? What's with you looking down on me? Now then, the witness will testify one last time. Oh, come on, just this music again? I mean, it's a good theme, but give me something more aggressive than this. On the morning of that day, I was strolling through the forest of magic all the while. And then Alice suddenly flew by before me, still in her pajamas. As she looked so different from usual, the clothes she was wearing left a strong impression on me. But I didn't think there was anything particularly strange about it, so I continued my walk. A little while after that, I was suddenly attacked by Alice's dolls. I managed to scramble away and went to the police, that's all. That testimony was the whole truth? Of course. Why don't you testify like this from the start? They didn't want you to start strange rumors that I'd been stealing dolls. That's why I lied. But I didn't do anything. For now, whether this testimony is a lie or the truth, it's up to the lawyer's cross-examination to prove it. Indeed. So it's time for the defense to carry out this final cross-examination. It's a heavy burden you're placing on me in more ways than more ways that one? What do you mean then? Typo? Typing error? This game's unplayable? The morning of that day. Oh, yeah. And how long would the whole time be? When I woke up that morning, to when I went to the police. I can't remember the exact times well. And as it may, while this whole series of incidents occurred, you were in the force of magic the whole time? That's exactly right. There's even evidence to completely refute that. I simply don't have it right now. How would Alice suddenly appear in her pajamas? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but she was flying towards her house. Maybe she'd lost that burglar who you say stole her dolls and was returning home. I see. That would explain why you never saw the culprit in the end. But she lied about seeing Marissa. That was only because I was so afraid of being taken for the thief. You lied to cover your own ass. Well, I'm not doing that again. I regret it now. He's scaring her to safety like a cockroach. And she looked so nice. This is why you described her pajamas in your testimony from yesterday. That must be it. I'll resolve that issue then. She's rather gifted when it comes to patching holes along the way, as it turns out. Or too lightly. The dummy's quite fearsome when she can keep a cool head. That's what makes her a worthwhile opponent to you, isn't it? Well, maybe so. So you continued strolling through the force of magic like nothing happened until dolls attacked you. Yes, there's no reason I should have left that forest after all. Wasn't Alice flying around in her pajamas? Does that qualify as strange to you? I saw her pass by in a flash, so I did not realize that she was in her pajamas. That moment I only thought she was wearing an outfit I had never seen before. Well, there'd be no reason to be overly concerned over such a thing. By any opening at all. And you were attacked near Elsa's house, like you said yesterday. Actually, that might have been wrong. What? So certain that Elsa had done it, it's possible that I convinced myself I was still near her house. In reality, I might have been elsewhere at the time, but I was certainly still in the forest of magic. You weren't attacked near Alice's house. Well, even if we were told that now, it doesn't really matter anymore. Excuse me? The defendant has already been shown to be innocent as far as that incident is concerned. Not for a breakthrough. And he went to the police at once after being attacked by these dolls. Yes, I was the one I was the one assaulted. So I would have dawdled even if I wanted to. You saw the dolls back then, didn't you? Why'd you accuse Alice? They were Alice's dolls. Anybody would think they'd been attacked by Alice in that situation. That may have been a misconception. It's hardly a surprising one. Obviously, she must have done it out of ill will towards Alice. Why she would have lied about seeing Alice herself in yesterday's trial. However, there's no way to prove that. That's right. What am I gonna do? Enough! Seems there's nothing else to be found. Well, wait a moment, Yama. Why would you try to force me to stop now? Just give it up already. Everyone here can tell that this cross-examination hasn't accomplished anything. If you keep at it, you just don't have any chance of winning. It can't be! Wouldn't it be best for you if you just stopped now? It's becoming embarrassing. Be reasonable and admit it. You've been beaten by me. This can't be happening. Here comes Komachi. With that, the cross-examination of this witness is over. Explanations have now been provided for the witness's past misunderstandings. Furthermore, the defense has proven unable to refute the claim that she was in the forest of magic for the entire duration of the incident. With this, it can be said that all suspicions against the witness have been cleared up. You're kidding! The witness will now be allowed to leave the courtroom. go, Komachi. Trial. Hold it just a bit. Now it's you. I love this theme so very much. Why are you here? Huh. You certainly took your time. You were tired of waiting. Sorry. I know I took too long. What is the meaning of this commotion, Komachi? No, it's not, dude. Imagine it was Rinosuke. Oh, that'd be the best. I thought there still might be evidence to be found, so I went back to the scene one more time. I want to make up for what I did to Alice. Whatever it takes. Evidence? Anyway, Komachi, show them what you found quickly. Alice's fate is hanging in the balance. About that. What's the matter, Komachi? No, don't do this to me. I'm sorry, I couldn't find anything. Komachi was a useful character of all time. Seriously? You big giant moron! I went back to the scene, looked everywhere I could, even turned over every last stone. She's gonna say she found a poisonous lily. Ready for this? Never found anything that'd be useful. Why'd you even bother coming back? If I could find evidence, I figured my testimony could still be worth something. And I got worried that maybe everything was already over. Regrettably, your words can only be accepted as reliable evidence. You've already given false testimony to this court. Knowing that, are you still prepared? Well... No use. Even if I keep screaming at her, it won't change anything. I need to do something with this anger. Oh my, looks like you're also completely useless. That demon doll. Still don't shut up. Can't find evidence, you can't do your job properly. What good are you? Oh, I'm sorry. It's only because you're goofing off while everyone was hard at work that you're your witness, right? That's hilarious, isn't it? Ugh. Just cut it out already. Yeah, I'm starting to feel bad for her. Wait a second. What is it, Lady Hinai? Oh, she just admitted to seeing her slacking off. Great job, Edison. That's it. There's still something I can do. Raise your head, Komachi. There's no reason for you to be so disheartened. But I've just been no help to you to the very end. No, you're the best. At this crucial moment, you brought us the strongest evidence there could be. What? Don't be stupid. There's nothing like that. Oh well. It suddenly materialized just now. Thanks to Komachi. Eh? What the hell are you talking about? If this evidence is as strong as you say, then there's no more need for words, is there? Now please show us defense. What am I offering? What if is it medicine herself? It'd be funny. She just kind of like let it slip. Yeah, she just said that. Is it the timetable thing? Yeah. Now then, first of all, I must extend my condolences to the witness. Although, in your case, it might be appropriate to hold a doll memorial. What are you trying to say? I have only one thing to say to you. It's true that Komachi witnessed the incident because she was neglecting her work. Why do you know this? What do you mean? Look, I love this theme so much. Looking at this timetable, it's abundantly clear that if Komachi witnessed this incident on the living shore of the Sanzu River, she must have been slacking. But this document is top secret confidential information. You should have never known about it. So why can you so confidently declare that Komachi was over on the Shigan shore slacking off? Ah? By your own admission, you've been in your field of lilies of the valley all afternoon. You should know about anything that came to light in this trial. However, this is still strictly confidential, as you said. How could the witness have known the schedule in the first place? There are methods besides reading it. Since you used the same time travel every day, didn't you? By spying on the Sanzu River day after day, an outsider could learn about the Shinigami schedule. Yeah, that's true. Must be what she did. And that would be a way for her to prepare for a time when no Shinigami would be present. Wait, then there'd be nothing strange about me saying that she must have been slacking. The question then becomes, why are you so interested in what happens at the Sanzu River to the point you've learned the Shinigami schedule by heart? And secondly, why'd you already know that Komachi was a witness to the incident because she was on the wrong shore? Well, you've been insisting you were in the Force of Magic the whole time, haven't you? You should not have known so much of what happens at the Sanzu River, or where Komachi was. What? You knew the Shinigami schedule, and you knew that Komachi was skipping work on the living side that morning. That could only mean you were on the Sanzu River at the time of the crime. Yeah. No! Now will you admit to it all, Medicine Melancholy? Yes. Doll liberation. Was that truly what drove you to carry out such a foolish, reckless scheme? You told me before that tools are things others can one-sidedly force their feelings on. But I have a will of my own! That could be, and that the same could be true of every doll. That's why I have to fight for them. If I don't, then who will? I also told you as much on that day. Your worldview is too narrow. None shall ever take the side of those who refuses to understand the suffering of others. Were there even any dolls in this world you could liberate? Hey, they would never follow one such as you. Oh, shit. In reality, the souls you put in dolls resisted you, leaving you with nothing to show for it but injuries. You know why that is. I haven't done anything wrong. It's all to free the dolls. What you've done this time is not liberating dolls, but kidnapping souls. You callously tried to force your own wishes onto the souls you dragged along with you. And so they rebelled against you. That's not what I did. That sort of thing. It's always humans who do that. Then allow me to present you with the question. Why could you not defeat Tenchi Hinai in this trial? Why could you not see Alice Margitroid found guilty? Think well on why that might be. Now, this hearing has gone long enough. I'm sure you're all quite exhausted. Well, maybe a little. I want to go home and crash into a bed already. Then I shall pass my verdict on to the defendant, and we'll see this trial conclude for good. The defendant, Alice Margitroid, will come to the stand. Yes. Very good. I'll now render my verdict. Guilty! Yippee! Court is adjourned for today. Hey. The trial's not over. Okay, hold on. The trial's not over. Don't celebrate yet. It's over, isn't it? No, it's not. Indeed it is. Your second victory in court. Somehow I'm not feeling it. Even though I've finally been proven innocent after so much heartache, you cannot be happy for me. I feel so alone. Not like that. I feel like I'm bouncing on the edge of a cliff. Who's edging? I don't know if I can ever come back. You'll get better before too long. I know the feeling. That's right. Today's trial is your win. And all of us can attest to that, right? You've done well, Lady Hinai. This time you can take pride in adorning tomorrow's headlines. Well, if you're all gonna insist, I suppose I can be glad about it. Alice! Love is in our tardy Komachi. What'd you call her? Sorry, I couldn't really tell when the right time to speak to you would be. Now, this is new. Usually love chatting so much it's hard to stop you. No, it's just, even now, it still feels like it was because of me that you got arrested. If it weren't your first slacking, there wouldn't have been a single witness to begin with. And so, in the end, it was your lack of work ethic that made this victory possible. You put it like that, skipping work doesn't sound like such a bad thing. Don't get ahead of yourself, Komachi. You try saying that again after your punishment is decided. Come on now. Do you win? I think so. Well, it's also a fact the timetable was my own mistake. We'll consider the extenuating circumstances. Wait! I knew it, Lady Aki! You're so merciful! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you all making so much noise? On my leg, I assumed you'd be asleep by now. Normally, you'd be right, but I want to see what all the fuss in here was. You have some nerve showing yourself before me after what you just put me through. Hey now! Iku said I had to beat you senseless, so... No, I could just see how much you came to enjoy it midway through. By you. Masochist. Good grief, this turned to quite the crowd before we knew it, hasn't it? So since you went through the trouble of coming here, why don't you come out of that corner and join us? Oh, you're here too. There's no other prediction in there, Kageyama, but I don't resolve that until this is over. We've seen this before. You should be in good spirits. I was in good spirits until I had to see your face again. It was kind of nice too. This doesn't mean I lost. Next time I'll definitely win. He still hasn't had enough. Have you come to turn the homework I gave you? I don't care about that. Anyway, Alice, one day I'll set all dolls free from you, I promise. Oh my, it seems you truly do hate me. You still do not understand a thing, Medicine. This is a new theme. What is that? No matter how hard you struggle from day on, you will never win against Tenchi or Alice. We won't know that unless I try. I do know, whether you try or not. This is not something you'll ever accomplish by yourself. What? Is this Komachi's theme? I know what song this is off of an Akatsuki Records album. I don't know who this theme is for though. It's either a Maribel like Renko theme. It's a theme from 9.5, Shoot the Bullet, or Komachi's. I don't know for sure. You need to only look around you. How will you overcome so many by all your lonesome? What? Ganging up on me isn't fair. You're mistaken. It is you who's attempting to take on the world alone. In the beginning, Tenchi had Iku as a companion. And through her defense of Alice, they formed a rapport built on trust. You put it like that, it makes my skin crawl. I'm merely saying the facts. Not to mention Mei Ling or Komachi. Through this trial, Tenchi has formed bonds with many. Do you think of anyone else who'd extend a helping hand to you like this? So what? What's the point of boasting about how many friends you have? Your outlook is still too narrow. You cannot see past yourself. I told you as much when we first met. If you cry out for doll liberation, you will fall into despair when no one will help you. Your self-assurance springs only from hubris, and there will come times where you'll be unable to save yourself. What will you do then? What's with all of you? Is it fun that fun to bully me? That brings back memories. This was a time when I said the exact same thing. First trial I ever experienced as a defendant. In order to save myself, I told all kinds of lies. I even lied to Aya, who was supposed to defend me. Really is kind of nostalgic. It was rough. We backed ourselves into a corner, and then Tenchi started crying. You don't have to tell them that. Miss Tenchi believed in Aya to the end. Because she told the truth, we managed to save her. First time I felt what it was like to be helpless on my own. But I also learned just how important it is to be able to trust in other people. Thanks to Aya. It doesn't feel kind of embarrassing when you put it like that. What was it you said right after that again, Aya? The things I do for the Bunbun Maru, I think? Eh? Wait, is that true? Why did you shut your mouth? I don't believe it. You're pouring my heart out. This is how you felt about it the whole time? No, Tenchi. It's just a misunderstanding. This is what makes presiding over these trials worthwhile to me, Medicine. Wishes and convictions collide, and people come to better understanding one another in court. And I believe that goes for you as well. You're not making any sense. All I've done is give her a new reason to hate me. I would not worry about it overmuch. The young heiress has also shown the world just how horrible she could be in that courtroom once before. And yet look at her now, happily getting along with everyone. But it was resolved now. From tomorrow on, everyday life will start all over again. There's no need to look so gloomy anymore. Why? I tried to pin a crime on you, so shouldn't you hate me more than anyone else? It's already in the past. And besides, when I look at you, I feel you need my help. Alice. Look here, your ribbon is all crooked and dirty. Oh, and the buttons are coming off your shirt. Oh my gosh, this is the lead up to them doing their soccer combo. Don't think of it. In a way, it's because my poor girls that your clothes are all torn up. I'll mend them for you, so please come see me later. Alright, Medicine. If Alice is saying that, it's because she wants to be your friend. Trials really do have a scary kind of power. You say that again. Because there are doll makers, there are dolls. And that is the reason dolls can remain forever beautiful. Even if dolls were liberated, who would tend to them? They would only decay by themselves. The doll and the doll maker share a unique bond where one must leave herself wholly in the other's hands, so that both may display their true value. Yes, much like the defendant and her attorney. Meet more people and learn the importance of bonds. That is the good deed you can do right now, Medicine. Fine. I'll give it a try. Yuck. Really, I'm gonna speak for a few minutes. Everything turns sickly sweet all of a sudden. Love Tenchi. Alas, it appears these flavors simply aren't to the liking of the young heiress. Ah, not good. I'm falling asleep by feet over here. Same for me. How am I gonna make it through the workday tomorrow? Oh right, Kamachi. The other day I found a place that looked just perfect for taking naps. You wanna go check it out? Well, no, that sounds nice. I'll take you up on that offer sometime. As far as today goes, you gotta get yourselves home, huh? Sorry, 10:30. Dear me, is it already this late? I suppose it's about time we part ways for today. I still have to get those articles on paper. It's gonna be an all-nighter for me. It's already so late, I'll leave that for tomorrow. What are you saying? If I sleep on this story, even Atade might beat me to the presses. That's true. Excuse me. Wait, if you write anything, it has to be top-notch. Don't settle for sloppy work. I understand. Just believe in my prize reporter. Oh, of course. As much important to you than my defense, after all. Please don't hold it against me, Tenchi. Don't conclude my first time in court as an attorney. Yo, look at that! The Liquid Celestial wins the case. There's all sorts of emotions. They all clashed against each other in the halls of justice. Many stories tangled with one another, and together gave rise to a miracle. As for what that miracle will bring to us, we don't know the answer to that question yet. I can say one thing for sure. I think I've grown a little. That seems like a good finisher. I don't think there'll be another in this game. I don't think there'll be a fourth. Well, I guess that kind of is a fourth, but it's a... Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say yeah. It still appears to be the end of the second last game. Oh, they talk. I'm even. He's quite pleased with herself lately. She spends more time. I've never met the young heiress get so engrossed in playing with dolls. But it allowed me to see the quite adorable side of her. However, she's taken to the calling her doll Bluey. She's addressed as Blue. That stands for names as something. It's hard to read right now. It's certainly something. I had a nostalgic sort of dream last night, back when I was a child. It's been many years since I left home, so I do wonder how everyone's doing. I'd be feeling it might be nice to be a child again. Silly, isn't it? Okay, nice one, game. Too much. I heard Gyakuten you'd live quite... Okay, yup. Speak of Makai. Hey, PC98 reference. And Call back to the previous game of a future trial. The other day, I made the acquaintance of an umbrella in the graveyard behind the temple. Archie was cast aside by a human in the past, and became a monster because of her grudge. I was once thrown away like garbage myself. I felt I could truly understand her anguish. We decided we should strike fear into the hearts of mankind together sometime. Every ally I make is a step towards making doll liberation a reality. Never get carried away, maybe I also won't comb my hair anymore. What's up? I know it's not what it looks like, but I'm actually really busy. No more slacking off for me. That Aki's been watching me like a hawk since that time. But, like they say, hey, hear me out for a second, I'm already busy with the fairy. What? Why is it so fast?! So instead of focusing the prosecutors, how you write a story about the Veil's take on things. I have noticed an upsurge of phantoms. They're not souls of the dead, but divine spirits. Though they're technically outside my jurisdiction, I am still concerned. You see, divine spirits arise from desires. And desires are... 10 desires? I think we all learned something in that last trial. Me? I learned I'd rather keep being just a gatekeeper. Better at fighting things with my fist than my head, right? I just gotta stay at the door, attack anybody I see. Last night I saw a skulking shadow and attacked him. Actually, it was Milady out on a walk. Not fair, I even got scolded for doing my job. Poor Melee. Every game bullies her. Oh, soccer, this. Nine extra episodes right now, but I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. You never count it out till it's over. Okay, I will consider that. Will Komachi get punished severely? I'll consider that no. Although I still think you get your money back if no one else bet. Oh no. Oh no. Days come and go. Days come, the days go, but there are some days that stay with you. Or an uneventful of how she and Momiji met. Ooh, that sounds like a fun one. The trial will be held against Sogen. I is the plaintiff? Wait, what? He's up to the defense attorney Tenchi to face her? What? There's a surprise lurking in the shit. What? Oh no. What is in store for me? Tenchi versus Aya? Well, sort of. Well, I'll do the side episode first next time. And then I'll do this. And then there's also technically one other spin-off after this. And then the series is done, because, unfortunately, the guy who made these has disappeared from the internet since, like, 2016 or something. With, like, no traces to him, so there's, like, nothing else. I mean, okay, he has some, like, porn games, actually. But I don't think I can play... I don't think I'll be playing those on stream. So, almost done, unfortunately. But that's gonna be it for now.